Hey, welcome back. Well, a number of law enforcement from local, state, and federal agencies, including the U.S. Attorney's Office here in Lexington, are once again hosting their Kids-Free Fishing Day with Richmond Parks and Recreation.
The goal is for kids to interact with officials and develop a positive view of law enforcement while learning about bullying. Prosecutor with the United States Attorney's Office, Hydee Hawkins, and Program Manager for Richmond Parks and Recreation, Brittany Toombs, join us with more.
Good to see you, ladies.
Welcome.
Hi there.
All right, so we're going to get the kids out on the water fishing.
Yes, we are. Our event will be this Saturday, June 4th, 8 to 10, and we're really just wanting to encourage, families to come out, kind of learn about fishing if they're not familiar with it. It is free fishing weekend for all adults on Saturday and Sunday too, so parents will not need to have a fishing license to fish with their kids. Just kind of, learn about it if they're not familiar with it, spend some more time with it as well. So we're just really excited and looking forward to that.
Are we doing deep sea there at Lake Reba?
No, not quite. Most of our fishing will be done from the bank on Saturday, but there's a lot of fish in there. Hopefully they'll be catching them that day as well. So.
And what a wonderful way to kind of have a family-friendly event, but yet talking about a serious issue of bullying, because seems to be more on the rise, or are we talking about it more?
It is a serious issue, and you mentioned talking about it. Well, when you're fishing, the great thing is, unless you're taking a picture of that big fish, you're forced to put your phones down in technology, and it really is. It's a fun way to spend the morning, but also you can talk to your kids about things. Communication, we don't do that often enough anymore. We're all buried in our phones and the Xbox, and so this is a way to get kids away from that technology in a positive way. And we will also have a lot of information out there. We'll have law enforcement trucks, dogs, you name it, but we're going to have a lot of information for parents, for aunts, uncles, teachers on cyberbullying, bullying, all of those things.
So things to be looking for, that kind of
all
clues.
of that.
Yeah, right. But you're right about fishing. It is a great platform just because, it's worked for a couple of millennia. That's
right.
How people communicate. Nothing to do but wait for the thing to move.
And you're doing a lot more talking than, hopefully we're going to catch a lot of fish this weekend. But, we're hoping kids will cast out those fishing lines, but also open up some lines of communication with each other, even with each other. Kids text each other and they're in the same room. Let them talk about things.
Put the dumb device away.
You got to have some fishing rods or some
do
mealworms,
they need to bring?
If they can bring their own equipment, that will be great. We will have some prizes that we'll be doing, like random giveaways, and so we have several fishing poles that they could win. But if they want to bring their own, that would be great too.
Okay.
But Hydee, who's looking out for the bullies? It seems like we're on a campaign to destroy bullies. So I'm going to start that. You know what?
Who's looking?
Yeah, what do you, anyway. So,
no, we're making light, but it's a serious issue. So what recourse is there out there for parents if they are faced with that particular issue?
Well, what's really important, whether you're a parent or a child, teenager, wherever you fit, is to not stay silent on this issue. And one of the things we'll bring out, it's a bookmark we've made in our office. It's a really neat bookmark. And on the back of that are all sorts of websites and phone numbers you can call and even remain anonymous, because it is a scary thing, the bullying world. But, we usually find bullies are the minority out there. It's just we need to stand up for one another and also just encourage the adult who hears about it, or even the kid.
Well, it gets scary when it becomes a feeding frenzy, though. That's when it becomes, I think, intolerable for young people, is when it becomes more than just one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, again, Kids-Free Fishing Day is set for this Saturday, June 4th at Lake Reba in Richmond. Kids 16 and under are welcome to come out for a day of free fishing, and you can check out Richmond KY Parks there on Facebook. Hopefully the weather cooperates, ladies. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Hang tight. Let's check in on the forecast with Shay.
Yeah, Storm Tracker Shay Maddox has got all those details for us over the LEX 18 Storm Tracker Weather Center.